While the SEC keeps attacking Ripple, the question remains why the SEC is so biased against Ripple, but not against other tokens like Ether or Bitcoin. Are the SEC's actions against Ripple completely unjustified? And what about Ether? Welcome, XRP Army. Let's grow the XRP Lab community by pressing the like button and subscribe. We are giving away $500 at the end of the month to one random subscriber to continue on their XRP journey. All you need to do is to like the video, subscribe, and comment your thoughts on XRP in the comment section. In today's video, we'll discuss the SEC's court war against Ripple and how it's connected to Ethereum. Let's head into it. The news regarding the SEC versus Ripple case just doesn't seem to take an end anytime soon. According to media sources, the ongoing legal battle between blockchain startup Ripple Labs and the Securities and Exchange Commission of the United States has taken yet another turn. XRP cryptocurrency token holders have been designated as Amici Curiae, which means friends of the court, by U.S. District Judge Annalisa Torres, according to the most current update in the case. The designation means friend of the court in Latin. It has been determined that anyone holding the company's XRP cryptocurrency will be unable to participate in the trial. The aforementioned money, on the other hand, would enable them to help the court in addressing legal questions relevant to the SEC versus Ripple case. Judge Torres dismissed a motion to intervene as defendants, filed by John Deaton, an attorney who represents a class of XRP holders, resulting in the publication of this statement. It is anticipated that if enough holders sign on to the case, it would compel the SEC to take enforcement action against them. According to the court, she went on to warn that doing so would unnecessarily prolong the case for a significant amount of time. Judge Torres, on the other hand, ruled that they are entitled to act as friends of the court in their respective cases. They would be authorized to provide advice or information to the court, but they would not be permitted to participate in the litigation process. The decision continued by stating that this court believes that Amici status achieves an acceptable balance between allowing the Mavants to express their interest in this subject while also allowing the parties to keep control over the action, and that it is appropriate. Also, make sure to write your thoughts on these news in the comment section. There's no denying that the overwhelming majority of the XRP community's responses were positive in nature. According to James K. Phelan, who expressed his views on the significance of this judgment in a recent tweet, Ripple Labs has presented a compelling argument in support of XRP as a security, which should be addressed further. Why should the SEC consider XRP to be a security when other cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin and Ethereum have not been subjected to SEC scrutiny? Ultimately, the solution is pretty simple. It should be the case. Nevertheless, finding an answer to the question of why this hasn't occurred is a bit more challenging. According to Mr. William H. Hinman, a former director of the Securities and Exchange Commission's Division of Corporate Finance, both Ethereum and Bitcoin are not securities, according to a public statement. Aside from the fundraising that occurred following the creation of Ether, current offers and sales of Ether are not securities transactions, because my understanding of the current state of Ether, the Ethereum network, and its decentralized structure, are not securities transactions. As a result, he asserted that the assessment of whether something is a security is not static and does not necessarily apply to an instrument, which opens the door for the U.S. financial watchdog to reassess its investigation of Ethereum, particularly in light of the upcoming upgrade. In response to his statements, several questions have been raised, notably concerning the standards that were used in making such judgments. Therefore, Ripple Labs has called Mr. Hinman to deliver his deposition and to clarify, among other things, the SEC's internal views and policy decision-making in order to get explanation. A motion to quash the subpoena was filed by the SEC, asserting that Mr. Hinman was of critical importance to the SEC's operations, that he lacked first-hand knowledge of the facts underlying this action, and that the defendants had failed to meet their burden of demonstrating exceptional circumstances under the law. Mr. Hinman's statements were personal, and the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has stated that they do not represent the regulator's position on cryptocurrencies, but the SEC may be under enough pressure to clarify Ethereum's legal status. By the way, do you agree that the SEC's bias against Ripple is unfair? Let us know in the comments section down below. Holders of XRP had submitted a request to intervene in the lawsuit earlier in March, and the request had been granted. The company said at the time that they were seeking to protect their interests because they stood to lose billions if the agency was successful in its case. Aside from that, Deaton's daughter, who also owns XRP, had also pointed out that the token had lost $15 billion in revenue as a consequence of its delisting from the most major cryptocurrency exchanges, which she believes was a misunderstanding. According to an interview released on October 4, Ethereum co-founder Joseph Lubin indicated support for the regulatory body and its uneven treatment of the XRP cryptocurrency. He was rumored to have stated something like, "The SEC may have legit arguments in the cases that are being discussed right now. I don't believe the SEC is trying to squelch innovation." This was written as a reaction to a blog post by John Deaton, which you can see here. In the same piece, he voiced his unhappiness with what he perceived to be unfair treatment of Ripple in comparison to Ethereum. Ethereum was given a regulatory free pass for its own initial coin offering, according to the attorney. Taking to Twitter, he vented his rage once more at the executive in charge of the project. "Are you serious?" Hester Peirce aka Crypto Mom is an SEC commissioner and has been openly critical of the SEC's lack of clarity in its impact on innovation, but at Ethereum Joseph believes the SEC is doing a good job. Joe needs a new PR advisor. In spite of the fact that things may look grim for the cryptocurrency industry at times, a recent remark from Gensler has actually offered some solace. In a statement to Congress, Gary Gensler, chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, stated that the SEC will not forbid the usage of cryptocurrencies. Despite the fact that Gensler subsequently indicated that that would be up to the Congress. This is a huge relief. A comprehensive press tour has been launched by the SEC chairman in which he is distributing his thoughts on cryptocurrencies and clarifying his viewpoint. A lot of people were anxious after hearing such remarks, but Gensler has declared unequivocally today that an outright ban is not on the horizon at this time. 4 hours were spent talking with members of the House Committee on Financial Services by the chairman of the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC. At one point, Representative Ted Budd confronted him with a direct question. "But, no bans that you're interested in implementing via the SEC? As China has done, really, to funnel everyone through their own digital currency?" And Gary Gensler answered, "No, I mean, that would be up to Congress. What we're really working with are the authorities that you've given us. And I've said this, I think that many of these tokens, based on the facts and circumstances, do meet the test of being an investment contract, or a note, or some other form of security. That we bring them within the investor protection remit of the SEC. To conclude, the SEC is trying to regulate and control cryptos, but aims not to ban them. What do you think about the turnaround in the Ripple versus SEC case? Are you glad about Gensler's statement about not banning cryptos? Let us know in the comment section. If you want to continue knowing about XRP, we have 2 more videos waiting for you on the end screen to check out. Enjoy your day and I'll see you in the next video. Before heading out, kindly note that prices of cryptocurrencies frequently change, so by the time you watch this video, it might have changed to a whole new value. The information provided in this video does not constitute investment advice, financial advice, trading advice, or any other sort of advice. You should not treat any of the content as such. The content in this video is for educational purposes only and hence should not be considered as financial advice. Do conduct your due diligence and consult your financial advisor before making any investment decisions.